Hi, guys, and welcome to Your Health is Non-Negotiable. I'm Sherry Thacker, and I wanted to respond to a very interesting question that I had on my webinar last night. And the question was, Sherry, what happens when the friends in your life are not on board with your changes that you are making to improve your own healthy lifestyle? And my answer is very, very simple. Get new friends. It might be hard to start to eliminate friends that you've had in your life for a very long time and who are not on board with being fit and healthy and following a nutrition lifestyle, and that's fine. I'm not saying never see them again, but it's very important to surround yourself with like-minded people, with people who share your goals and who are on the same train that you are, because everybody likes to talk about their education, their journey, what they're exploring with, new products that they've tried, questions that they have. So surround yourself with a very good, positive network of people who are in line with your goals and what you're thinking of what you want to do. The problem with keeping friends in your life that aren't on the same track as you are is, depending on how close the relationship is, they will try to drag you down because of their own guilt. If they go, let's say you decide to meet for coffee and you'll say, okay, let's go to Rockaberry's. And they're like, okay, super, I'm on board. And they sit down and they have, the mocha, chai, latte, what have you, with the whipped cream and whatever. And then they order the pie and they sit there and they say, come on, you got to have some with me. And you feel that peer pressure, and it's not right and it's not fair, because you've been studying and learning about the damage that sugar has on your body. And for someone else to influence you that way, they're not really your friends. They should be able to eat whatever they want to eat without guilting you into making you join them, because their own guilt is overriding them and they feel like if they eat this with you, then everything's okay. They're not really your friends if they're doing that, and you should be able to turn away anything that you don't want to eat. And this goes double for when you go to your parents' house for supper or to a friend's house or what have you. I agree that there are certain situations where you don't want to be rude, and those should be off moments. Those are they happen 2-3 times a year at best. Even when you're sitting with clients, sticking true and committed to your foundation, to your nutrition plan, to your fitness plan has to come first and foremost, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. And when you're going for a customer meeting, you want to eat in advance before these meetings, so that at least when you're reviewing the menu, you have an opportunity to just take a soup or just take a salad. You're not going to be starving. What happens with these customer meetings is, by the time you get to the restaurant, you're starving and you don't want to think about being hungry. You want to think about making the sale or connecting with the people that you're there to meet. So you go for it and you get some of these foods. I don't believe you should be judged or are judged on what you're eating. If it is, it's a momentary thing, and people may look to the side and say, what is she deciding to have? And, when you have to order wine, order one glass of wine, take occasional sips, but just keep drinking that water. Keep drinking the water beside you. When you are committed to your goals, there's a time and a place for when you've decided to be social and you've gone into that event knowing that, hey, you're at this wedding, it's your sister's wedding, you want to have this great time, you don't want to worry too much about your food, you want to let go a little bit. That was a planned event, and hopefully at the beginning of the summer, you sat back and you said, okay, what are all my planned events for this summer? And what are all the cool things that I really want to let loose and have fun with? So my sister's wedding's in there, and there's a graduation in there, and my son's birthday is in there. So those 3 events I'm just going to enjoy, and I'm going to eat for pleasure. But that leaves the rest of the summer to play by the rules, because the problem is that things add on all the time. You decide on a Friday afternoon that the whole family feels like going for ice cream, and then on the Sunday afternoon, you know, everyone's getting together for a barbecue, and there happens to be sangria and chips, and on and on and on. And this is how you can never really gain fully control, because you go in and you're very reactive to each day, each night, each weekend, and you're going on temptation without really planning in advance these calories that you're deciding to consume, and certainly more importantly, just the copious amounts of sugar. And summer is often a really, really hard time to manage your diet, because, you know, our vitamin D is up, our serotonin is up, we're happier, we like to enjoy things. We feel like if we're not allowed to have that glass of sangria, that we're depriving ourselves from something. So that's a really long answer, but in short, when you go to meet with those friends that aren't necessarily on board with your new health kick, a couple of suggestions is try not to meet at a restaurant. Try to meet maybe only at a coffee shop. Try to plan walks with them, or to just sit outside your backyard rather than actually going somewhere where you're going to sit and eat. That is always number one, right? We get together and we say, let's get together and have a meal. Try and avoid that. Avoid putting yourself in situations where you know it's going to be uncomfortable. Maybe for a little while, until you're very secure within your own decisions as to what you want to do with your health, you just don't spend as much time with them for a little while, and break away from them just for a little bit. Stick to Facebooking and chatting and getting on the phone with them, but don't actually interact physically with them while you're exploring this new health goal. And if they are not on board with what you want to do, just do not talk to them about it. Do not say anything, because if you're not talking about it, they may even think you're not even doing anymore. And to be honest, it doesn't matter. It's none of their business anyways. Don't try and convert anybody. You know yourself, when you are not in that place, there's nothing that anyone could say or do. People have to come to you. They have to come to the trainer. They have to go to the gym. They have to do all these things on their own. You know, any amount of coaxing is just not going to help. So I learned that lesson a very long time ago. And I just wait for people to come to me with questions rather than me try and, you know, push my views on them. Everyone has their own journey to take, and so do you. So let them do theirs, and you do yours. And that's what I would do about that when it comes to friends. So get out there and connect with people that are thinking like you. Spend time with those people for a little while at least, and get yourself in a position where you feel very confident about your stance and how you feel about it. And nothing after that is going to really get in the way, because eventually you're going to get to a point where people just really respect your choices. They see your health, they see you changing, they see you either losing weight or getting fitter, they see your skin changing, and it'll be up to them to keep up with you. All right, guys, so I wish you a great afternoon. I hope that was helpful, and log in again another time. Stay tuned on my Facebook for another non-negotiable health vlog. Bye for now.